Hello, everybody. I am Sun
Hi.
Psychic Jean, and please welcome Sarah from uh, Hibiscus Healings. Sarah's Hibiscus Healings is her name of her YouTube channel. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Jean. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Happy Friday, everybody. It's a wonderful, beautiful Friday at the end of January, and we got through another month. I'm not sure how many of you had dealing with the really cold and the snowstorms, but I'm looking forward to it. Each day the light gets longer, so I'm really excited.
Yes. I
um,
I um I don't really like waking up when it's dark. I used to like it, but now I'm like I like waking up when it's bright outside because I wake up easier than it being pitch dark for an hour before I wake up when I get up.
yep, I understand. And Linda from Butterfly Readings is here. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Linda.
And do you have somebody or is that you responding to everybody?
I said hi to Linda and I said hi to Kath Cruz.
I know, but is this you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Didn't know if you had somebody behind because I didn't hear you typing, but I didn't. That's all.
I
You
was
have
sneaking.
some people have people behind the scenes. That's all. And Red Dragon is here. Michelle Krantz is
Hi.
here. Craig Dixon. Craig Dixon knows what to do. Everybody, we're going to be doing readings for the your spiritual path and some guidance as well. And if you want to be chosen for a reading today, if you want to put in hashtag spirit, we're going to be using the random generator. And thank you, Craig Dixon. And Kath Cruz is here, Shooting Star, Wiz Light Keeper, Kim Princess.
Hi.
Everybody's here. Happy Friday, right? Christine
Yes.
Thomas and Venus. So nice to see you, ladies. Thank you all for coming.
Hello.
It's so nice. Did I miss anybody up here? No, I
I
didn't think so.
don't know.
Okay.
It's going by fast. It's hard to see if we got anybody. Got Michelle. Did we say hi to Michelle?
Yep, Michelle Krantz and CJ and Puero forever. Nice to see you. And Donna,
Hi,
just
Donna.
you and me and our guides.
Yes.
Nice to see you. And Shooting Star Peekaboo. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you. Please put in hashtag, let me go up here, put this in. Enter hashtag spirit to be chosen for a reading. That's what we're going to be doing today. I and everybody, if you have not yet gone over to subscribe to Sarah's channel, please do so. We want to support all of our community members, and Sarah is an amazing community member. She does lots of lives with different people here with Linda and Donna, and I'm not sure who else you do lives with.
Mostly Linda, Donna, and Judy. Those
Judy.
are like those were the core people. I've done a few with Scott. Going to do a couple more.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, Scott's the best, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I like
Um,
to randomly show up with. I like to work with different people when I can. Just to get to know people, everybody, and but yeah, Linda and Donna they're the two that I work with the most.
mhm. And Mr. J is here. Sherry Luke is here. Thank you all for coming. And Dolores is here. Nice to see you. Make sure everybody, if you want, put hashtag spirit. It doesn't matter if it's caps or mixed. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's hashtag spirit. And Mary Klim is here. Nice to see you, Mary.
Hi, everybody.
hmm I just wanted to go over with everybody just a quick moment to let you know that I have a couple of events coming up, and in on Sunday, February 8th, I have. Oh, that you can't see that. Let me make sure it's a little bigger. Sunday, February 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, I have the past life mini readings, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And you want to just click on here and anywhere on the bar, and it'll give you a brief description and just to please arrive 10 minutes before the start time, you can click this bar down here to attend. And as you check out, it's going to send you an email receipt. And in that email receipt is a link to the actual event. So please make sure you hang on to that email. Okay. And similarly, I also have my psychic study practice group. I have a beautiful group of special souls, beautiful souls that come together every month in our psychic study practice group. And it's always nice to have anybody who is interested to find out what it's like and find out a little bit more about it and to participate to see if it's right for you. I often provide an opportunity, like I do like winter and spring packages. But if you want to just come once and see if you like it, you can just do it this way. And it's the same way. You can just click on the bar and read about what's offered. And then when you click attend, it will email you a link to the actual event. So just make sure you hang on to those emails. And then also, I'm going to stop here. I also have my winter special offer. And my winter special is a 45-minute reading for $55. And it's a personalized psychic medium reading. And you can get messages from your loved ones, insight about your own life decisions, guidance from spirit and angels, messages from pets, or spiritual development about your intuitive gifts. Whichever one you want, and you can have a combination of these. And this offer expires at the end of February. So, and that is also found on my website. And it's sunpsychicgene.com. So thank you very much, everybody. And now I'm going to go over here. That's what I was trying to do. Everybody should have their spirit in. Hi, Jackie B. Nice to see you.
Hey, Jackie.
So nice to see you. Okay, so it's Candy B is here. Hi, Candy. Good job. You got it in right under the nose. So let's go ahead and draw for the first lucky winner. Hi, SR Kitch. Peekaboo. Shooting Star. I love all that confetti. It never gets old, I'll tell you. And next we have SR Kitch. All right. Congratulations. And I'm just going to move this down here. All right. So, Sarah, I'm going to invite you to go first. And we're just going to do Shooting Star. If you guys can just let us know that you're still here. That's all that we want. But I'm sure that you guys are still here. But as we go along, you can just say hello so that we can highlight your name. Let me see. We're here, Shooting Star. But and she's saying hello to Butterfly Readings there, but oh, here. Okay, she did. And Sarah, did you want to take questions, or do you want to do just the spirit guide messages, or the life path or spiritual path messages?
I'm good with either. If the spiritual path messages, I think are really good. But if someone has a pressing question, like they really want to know,
okay,
I'm good either way.
Okay,
for sure. I think we usually when readings come through, sometimes it's what they get what they don't ask for. Sometimes when I do readings, so whatever spirit wants them to know is usually what comes through.
Okay. And Sarah, since you're my guest, I'm going to invite you to go first.
So I did see Shooting Star was wondering guidance for the next month, I believe. Guidance for the next few months. And they want you to know every card that came through is showing abundance. Showing abundance. I have the sun that came through and the abundance card that came through. So the next few months look very fruitful, very eventful is what's coming through. Like there's going to be a lot going on. Abundance of happenings is kind of what they're saying. They just want you to make sure with all of this stuff, it's kind of like a whirlwind feeling that I'm getting. And they're just wanting to make sure that you keep yourself grounded, because sometimes when we start getting everything we want, we get lost in it. And almost like a little kid in a candy store where oh man, all these wonderful things are happening and you just kind of get carried away in the moment. But they just want to remind you to stay grounded in that abundance. And that will, that they're saying, stay grounded in the abundance so it sticks, so it's permanent, if that makes sense. So it hangs, so you don't lose it. That's the message that they're giving. Don't be greedy too is coming through, but not like in a bad way, more like a kid, like a childlike way, like, oh, these wonderful things are happening. That's the message that they're giving me for you.
She says, totally agree, Sarah.
Yeah.
Was there anything else there?
That was it.
All right, good. Thank you, Venus, for your help. I appreciate that.
Venus is awesome.
She is amazing. It's not easy, you guys, to do what all the moderators do, for sure. Shooting Star, I do see you trying to make a decision, and it's been weighing on your mind, and it comes up and you feel as though you need to make a decision and you feel pressure, and then you don't want to make a decision, and then you're like, I'll decide about that later. And then it comes up again and you're like, I should have been thinking about this, or should have been working on figuring out what to do, because this decision keeps coming up for you. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like it is a life changing decision. So whether it's moving to a different job, moving to a different home, or changing relationship statuses, and it could not necessarily romantic, but different relationships, and it may have to do with something like that. And I don't know if you have. I do feel as though you are, I don't know if you're thinking about beginning a business or expanding your business. I'm almost feeling like it's a little bit more in the business sector and starting your own business, or expanding your own business. And it could be just something as simple as starting your own YouTube channel. And she said it's whether or not to get gainful employment or open a business. So, yeah. And with sometimes, like, I can't decide for you, obviously, but sometimes it doesn't have to be either or. It can be and, while beginning your own business, you stay, partially employed so that you can maintain that income. But it's more about your heart. It's your heart. And I feel like you do want to trust your heart, and it's moving out into that, come out of your comfort zone, and they want you to know that it's okay to move outside of your comfort zone. And you know, the energies may not be favorable at this moment, but you're thinking about it because I feel as though you'll have an acceleration, especially around that February 17th eclipse, and that you'll feel propelled or motivated into doing it. And the ability for creation and for developing our own business is really, really ripe right now. We're revamping, revising, um, renewing what it is that we want that's closest to our heart. And that you're like, yeah, I know I want to, but how? That's the decision to do it, or that wanting to do it isn't the question. It's how you're going to do it. But I do feel as though if you take the steps forward, you'll be guided to listen to the nudges and the signs and synchronicities. Things will open up for you. And it's important to let go of the outcome and what your expectation is and what you think it might look like, and go with the flow as much as you can, because we are being guided more and more through this very changing time and energy on the planet. But good for you, shooting star. I think that's wonderful.
When
Everybody's
you were
supporting.
speaking,
Pardon?
it reminded me of when you were speaking. It reminded me of when I started my YouTube channel. I kept saying, no, I can't go on. I would get invited. No, I can't. And then Spirit's like, you can't say no anymore. And I was like, what? And they said, you can't say no. And I said, and they're like, you have to do things that scare you. So that's kind of, it reminded me of that when them telling me that. So do the scary thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to allow yourself to get a little bit more comfortable with it. But ultimately that's the way for you. I think it's a beautiful opportunity for you. So all the best to you, shooting star. Thank you very much. And well done. That really went together very well. And as soon as you do, that's when all the abundance comes in that Sarah sees.
Yeah.
I betcha.
That's
I
wonderful.
betcha. Oh, you're welcome. She says, thank you so much, ladies.
You're very welcome. And SR Kish is here.
All right.
So SR, what I'm getting for you, is Spirit is, they're saying that it's time to, I'm not sure where you are with your spiritual practices or anything like that, but they're saying it's time to expand. It's time to work on your connection with Source. And the one obstacle that I'm seeing that they're showing me is the stillness aspect of it, the part of it where you sit and just be in the present moment and just allow whatever is going to come through. So they're really telling me to nudge you to kind of sit in that silence and just let everything else go. Let your worries go. Let your desires go, because you can't affect an outcome with desire, because desire usually gets in your way of what you truly need. So what they're saying, just sit in that stillness and listen. They want you just to listen, and that's going to give you it's going to give you the strength and courage to just move forward. I'm not exactly sure what from, but they're just saying that silence is key and be still, and they really want you to listen. That's what they're telling me. Instead of trying to force an outcome, just listen to the guidance. Yeah, that's what they're telling me right now. And this is just beautiful. So this is kind of what they want from you, just to sit there and there's all these beautiful things happening for you, and guidance they want for you. But you just need to listen.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Sarah. So, SR, what I was getting for you is that you dance to the beat of a different drummer, and you feel as though it might work for somebody else, but that's not going to work for me because you have this unique way of expressing yourself and learning. And sometimes you get mired down in all the nitty gritty and the details and the specifics of how to and what to expect and what it's going to look like and how it sounds. And SR Kitch, what I'd like to invite you to consider is that your way is the right way, whatever way it is that works for you. I feel like you are not a details kind of person. You're like, tell me how to do it and tell me what it, and I'll do it. Like you don't want to, you don't like, you don't have, you don't always like to do things the way everybody else does. You just say, what is it that you need from me? And let me figure out how I'm going to do it. And I'm not sure, this is your creativity. And I'm not sure if you've had a little bouts of dyslexia or if you feel that you learn differently or that you are creative in a different way. But I do see you applying yourself differently, and I think this is beautiful and special and unique, and it's not right or wrong. And I think that you sometimes, like if somebody gave you instructions on how to build a greenhouse, and you're like, I can't follow instructions. I That doesn't make sense to me the way they tell me. Just show me a picture of the greenhouse and I'll figure it out. Like you like to do things your own way. And so spirit is telling me that that is your special gift, is that you can figure it out and you can be unique. You can do things your own way, and it works for you. And they want you to just continue that when it comes to your spiritual path and your development and your connection to spirit. If what works for somebody else doesn't work for you, as long as you're connecting, that is what is most important. So that's what I get for you. And she said, yeah, yeah, I do. And I love that you, I think it's what, it just makes us, it makes you charming. It makes you, uh, just really very special and unique. And I do feel as though you've been this way in past lives as well. It's just who you are. And she says, true, true. So all the best to you, SR Kitch, and thank you. I wasn't sure how that would come across, but you know that I meant it with all my heart. Because I hear she dances to the beat of a different drum routine. Yeah, all the best to you. Okay, so let's go back to the giveaway tool. And we'll get two more. And thank you, everybody who's coming in. Welcome. And Pure Visionary Psychic Medium is here. Hi, Terry Lee. Nice to see you. Oh, Sherry Luke. I thought it was Kim Princess. They faked you out there. Sherry. I'm trying to write Sherry Luke and I'm looking. She spells it different. All right, who's going to be next? Who's going to be next? This is so exciting. Red Dragon. All right.
All right.
So Sherry Luke just say, okay, she did. Here it is. Sherry's first and then Red Dragon. Thank you guys for saying hello. Yeah.
Oh, what it's showing me, what your spirit wants you to know about your spiritual journey. Um, the question there, have you been doubting yourself or maybe second guessing yourself? Um, like with your spiritual gifts, have you um, been struggling with them in any way? Because I'm showing kind of like that. I'm getting shown that like that unsure feeling when it comes to spiritual gifts, or maybe a new one coming through that you don't um, that you're not quite sure of yet. But what they want you to know is that you're elevating, and you don't doubt yourself, because this is your true gift. It's kind of how it's coming through. Don't doubt yourself. um and they want you not to be afraid. I'm not sure if that's something that you've been feeling, because sometimes when you do have something new happen, like I had a very strange experience last night, and it kind of the angels were like chatting me up all night long last night, to the point where it affected my dog. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is weird. It kind of freaked me out. So it's kind of like that feeling like, whoa, this is very new. Um, but they want you to know that it's your gift, and don't fear it, embrace it. And I don't know, it's just going to be very magical. That's what they're showing me. But yeah, you just have to let go of that doubt and that fear. And then I'm just seeing this like burst of energy coming from your heart chakra. I don't know what it is. It's just bursting open. Um, I don't know, to share love with the world. I'm not exactly sure what they're showing me with the heart chakra, but it's just like that feeling, like this intense, just beam of light coming from you. Always. Yeah. Yeah. So don't doubt yourself, because this is your gift. This is what's meant for you. And um, it's going to be marvelous when you get the hang of it.
She says, always. Okay, I am feeling that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They can be a little off-putting at times when you're just like, what is that? But it's definitely okay.
So, Sherry, with that said, with your hesitation, I do feel as though you are on in search of more, in search of answers, but you want the answers to be delivered in a metered or very gentle way, and which is a appropriate request. And you are highly sensitive, an empath, and so you sort of want to extend yourself and expand your gifts, yet you don't want it to be overpowering for you. And I think that Sarah's right that you've had those experiences before, and that it leaves us a little shy. But I feel as though, Sherry, on your path, as you've been on your spiritual path, that moving forward at this time is you've learned discernment, and you've learned um, how to reach out for the appropriate amount. I'm trying to think of how to say that. Um, to you know how to use your spirit guides, you know how to use protection, you know how to connect, and they want you to know that as long as you use all of your tools that you've been taught, you will be okay. You will be fine. And if and ever something comes in that's a little stronger or a little more than you had anticipated, you have the ability to say back off or slow it down or that's too much. And you are always in control of your own energy. And to remember this and to maybe work on your self empowerment, like they're showing me your solar plexus, your solar chakra, um, and stand with conviction on what you do know. It's really it's with our empathic nature, we do find that fear comes in a lot because we are so sensitive to so many things around us. And being a sensitive individual is not an easy navigation to go through this lifetime for sure. Um, but I know that you can trust yourself. I know that you have the know-how, the ability, the desire, and it's almost like what's too much, and just decide for yourself. Um, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, and they want you to know that you're going to be called upon moving forward in this year and the next year to offer services in a way that you haven't before. Um, I do feel as though you have a private business, um, a little more controlled. And they're telling me that you can do this for other people. You can give people advice, give people directions, give people suggestions, let people know. But for yourself, you've been maintaining a certain power, I should say, a certain frequency, perhaps. And you are wondering if you move up to a different frequency and expand your gifts, that this that you love is going to change. And they're telling me that it will only enhance. And when you're ready, they will be there. Have you been diving into the Akashic records as well, Sherry? I feel like the Akashic records may be something that will help you to dive into the unknown or to the all knowing in a more uh, protective manner. I don't know. Um, Let me see. She says, my fear comes from being shamed in the past, like I was making it up. I just don't know when to shut up sometimes.
And sometimes spirit doesn't let you shut up. Sometimes
Hmm.
they force the issue until you communicate the message.
Hmm. Scott Scorpio Santoro is here, and Jackie Jacaranda is here. Thank you guys for coming by and saying hello. That's so sweet of you.
So she's
VIP.
been dreaming a lot. Does it feel like astral travel or does it feel like dreams? Yeah.
My mountain lions are back, and there's a bunch of them. Is that what you're dreaming about? Well, maybe they're not mountain lions. Maybe they're lyrans.
Mm.
Only you know for sure. Ask your
Yeah.
spirit guides. It's important to go in there and find out that information. Ask your spirit guides with your pendulum. Ask your spirit guides with automatic writing. Ask your spirit guides. Yeah. Um, what this means. Why is it occurring? But they want you to know that you have the discernment to find out if there is true fear and fear is false evidence. It's always it comes from the ego, that fear. And they want you to trust spirit and trust yourself and to move forward and to believe in your safety, if nothing else, you know. Um, I feel they're my guardians, and when things start to change, they show up. Well, It's changing out there. It's changing.
That's what I felt. I have a panther that shows up, and Bigfoot.
Yeah. Try not to fear. It's exciting and it's motivating and it's uncertain, but try not to fear because fear will hold you back. And that definitely comes from the ego. And that'll pull you out of your acceleration into your ascension. And I know that's easier said than done, but try and say that this is not fear, this is excitement that I'm feeling. If it is, and that you're safe, as long as you're safe in your home and your four walls and you're fed and you're warm, just go through those things and remind yourself. And this is what that solar plexus, that self identity and that self work that you need, that is important to do when we're doing this work. And I know that how to do that. I know that how to develop that. And it's up to you to intentionally work on that in order for you to accelerate. And we're being called. They know we can hear them when we're being called. This is the time. This is the year for all of us to step into our true essence, is what I feel.
Yes.
So that's what I got for you, Miss Sherry. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And next is Red Dragon.
Yay. Okay. What do we got for you? The first thing that's coming to me is self-love. Embrace yourself. Yeah, self-love. Self-love, and you are either going through or will be going through some sort of metamorphosis. What are you telling? Like you're gonna cocoon and then emerge stronger, is what they're saying, in your spiritual path. I see a lot of study happening, a lot of study with different modalities, different learning different things, but kind of learning different things, but putting them all together in your own unique way that feels true and right to you. Yeah, they're going to create something very interesting, because I just keep seeing this spiral. I'm not sure what that means, but whatever you have, whatever you're concocting is going to be very interesting spiritually. It's going to be very unique to you. Yeah, they just keep showing me a spiral over and over, just this spiral. Does that mean anything to you, Red Dragon? I think they're saying that should resonate, but I'm not sure.
Well, they said that hawks were showing before you started. They said hawks were showing up as their support. One circled overhead, and when you're saying spiral, I don't know if it's them circling a couple of times yesterday, then flew straight into the clouds. I'm not sleeping well. Vivid dreams. Oh, wow. Okay. That's really coming on for a lot of us.
Yeah, there's something brewing. There's something, it could just be like the spinning of the mind that I'm seeing, but yeah, there's definitely something brewing. You are on the verge of creating something amazing. And having, you're going to wake up one day and just have this aha moment, and you're just going to kind of know exactly where you need to go, exactly what you're supposed to do, and you're just going to feel whole. It's just, that's just kind of what they're showing me. They're just showing me glimpses. But yeah, I'm very interested to see where this goes.
Interesting. Really cool. So I feel, Red Dragon, I feel like you have a beautiful sense of creativity and imagination. And this is your friend. This is your sort of telephone and your way of communication. And that this creativity that you have is will be, yep. You're struggling now with many issues. I was going to say there's going to be a not calling on the carpet, but there's going to be a time of challenging you to, um, step up and to be brave and to step into who you were always meant to be. And it's going to take courage and persistence. And it's also going to uh, change you in ways like it's almost like you didn't know you had the strength that this challenge or this opportunity is providing for you. And it's almost like they're showing me they're they're like giving you a little shove, but it's off of a 10-foot wall, you know? But you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And it's going to waken you up and change some things and uh, create something like you'll be questioning your not your reality, but your understanding. You'll be questioning your understanding. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but what I've heard and what other psychics have mentioned is the disclosure that the ETs are going to be confirmed and revealing, and we all know that they're here communicating with us anyway. They're already living on Earth with us and below inner Earth. But there's going to be something that's going to come out and be a lot more mainstream. And even though we all know it, it's going to shake us a little bit. Like something's going to shake you at your core, that it's not only going to shake you at your core. And I don't know if that's it, but I'm just trying to give you a scenario. It's going to shake you at your core, but you're going to come because you're persistent and you have courage and that this is who you've always meant to be. You're going to come out sort of with this sense of confidence and knowing that you never had to rely on before, but now you're going to be relying on that part of yourself, that creativity, that knowing, that communication. You're going to need to rely on that and break away from the regular, communication, if that makes sense. And that is scary for all of us, but you're definitely going to be stepping into a new experience. That's what I say. She says, or they say, I know that I've dealt with many hard situations and always got through, just tired of always being strong. We have free will. We have free will. It's entirely up to us. Um, but calling your spirit guides and angels to help to support you. I don't know if you have any pets. Call on your dragon. Call on your dragon. Yeah, I don't go down easy. No, Molly Brown, right? The unsinkable Molly Brown. Call on your dragon. Call on your support. This is the time to be resilient and to prove to yourself that that who you have always meant to be, it has always been there. It's only now that you've had to sort of rely on that or utilize the best expression of yourself. Like that spiritual side of yourself, you're going to need to rely on that. But you're not only going to need to, you're going to get to. You know what I mean? We all know this is coming. We all know we're not just sitting here playing. We all know this is the future. We all know things are going to change. And we all know that all this spiritual work that we're working on, this self work that we're working on, will come to play, to be utilized, and to be the norm moving forward. And we are the front end of it, or at least towards the front end of it. But
Yeah.
so try not to fret and believe in yourself and know that your spirit guides. This is why we're all here. We're all meant to be here at this time. So that's what I have. What do you say, Sarah?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yes. And when I read the message about her always having to be strong, there's a lot of us out here who are always have to be the strong one, always have to be the strong one. Going forward, this is what I see when everything shifts and everything comes to light and the truth is finally told. Those of us who have felt like we've had to battle this whole time going forward, we're going to transition with ease. It's just going to be like waking up on a Sunday morning and drinking your coffee or tea and just like, oh, it's just, you're not even going to realize anything changed because you always knew the change was there. And those who haven't struggled are going to be the ones running around in the streets freaking out. Like my husband has this saying, he's like, you're always thinking of the worst case scenario. And I'm like, yeah, because I want to be prepared. And he doesn't. So when things happen, he freaks out and I'm just like, well, this is what we're going to do, A, B, and C, and this is how we're going to get through it. But he's like, running around just like, because he thinks everything's, beautiful all the time. So that's kind of the people who feel like they have to constantly battle and be strong. We're going to transition through this so peacefully, so gracefully. It's just going to be like another day. And we're going to we can either watch those of them and laugh. This is going to sound really weird, but we can either choose to watch and laugh or we can help them. And we need more people to help them transition to raise everybody up. So I call us warriors. That's what we're here for.
Beautiful, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you, Red Dragon and Sherry. Let's go on. And you want to pick a couple more? Yeah, I think we have time. So let's go ahead and pop it up. Hi, Donna Marie. Hi, Jen. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do multitasking here. All right. This is bringing up a lot of, I think, you're welcome, Red Dragon. Celtic Thistle. Celtic Thistle, please say hello and let us know you're still here. And I think it's let me just do this drawing. I think it's these messages that are coming up, I feel is for more than just one person. I think it's really important for us to sort of take a look at what might be possible for us. Hi, Dr. Theus. And Dr. Theus, just say hello and let us know you're still here. Let me make sure. Did anybody see Celtic come through or Dr. Theus? Here.
Celtic said yay earlier, a few scrolls up.
And Dr. Theus is here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Thank you all for sticking around. And let's go with Celtic Thistle.
I don't know why, but the first thing I just heard go in peace. Let's go in peace. That's the first thing that came in my mind. That's what popped in. Ooh. See, we were just talking about warriors, and the first card that came through is bravery, is brave. This is definitely what we're going to need a lot of people to be able to move forward and have that confidence. And she's definitely a warrior. But what's standing out to me is for your spiritual path, you have a strong community around you, and you need to rely on your community. Embrace your community, rely on your community, and I just see like there's like hundreds of people gathering together, and I don't know if you're going to go to a retreat or something coming up in the near future. I'm not sure if that's something that you've been thinking about or planning for, but it's something, some sort of gathering where you're going to be able to learn and grow with others in a safe, calm, loving environment. And it's just going to expand your awareness. Oh, it just seems so. Maybe you're going to run this retreat. I don't know. Has that ever been something that you've been thinking about doing?
Well, she answered thinking about yes before you asked the question, so I'm not sure if that's appropriate for the question.
Yeah, I feel like I do. I feel like it's a vast community, a vast gathering of individuals. And so probably it seems like something you've been wanting to do for a while or thinking about doing or planning, but if it's your next step, I say they're telling you go for it. Yeah, they're telling you go for it. Yeah, because this is the card that stood out. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Sedona, here we come.
So, Celtic, I do feel I really resonated when Sarah was saying you're with a group of people, and a big group of people. And I do feel as though you are a leader and a way shower. I do feel as though you don't see yourself that way. You just see yourself as being you. And if somebody likes what you have to say or wants to do the same things you do, that's fine. Like you're not like this egoic type of leader. And she said, Avalon, more like it, wish to be Sedona. Wish it could be Sedona. Yeah. And I do feel that you're naturally charismatic, and uh, it's, I'm trying to look for the right word. You're appealing to many people just naturally. You have this energy. You have this way about you. You have this way of not even knowing that people are paying attention to you and are wowed by you. And it's your energy, it's your presence. And this is a sort of ace up your sleeve that you have no idea about. But I do feel as though it will afford you to succeed in your endeavors in the future. And the only thing that is standing in your way is your own self, is your own idea about yourself. So, but you have this natural authenticity, I think, is charismatic and very appealing to so many people. And you don't want to muddy that at all. Like you don't want to get a sponsor because that wouldn't be authentic for you. But there's certain things that you may need to make decisions about that. And as long as you make them with your heart, those decisions, I think that they'll be fine for you. I do feel as though you have a very giving nature, a very not meant necessarily people pleasing, but if you won $1 million, you would give $1 to a million people. Like you would just give it all away. Um, and this is a beautiful attribute and a lovely way to see the world, but uh, it also makes it difficult for you to move forward on your spiritual path and or create something that you are going to be doing transactions with people, if that makes sense. So don't let the idea of transactions for other people get in your way of using of working in transactions in your own way, because trust in your authenticity, trust in your own discernment and your own energy. I do feel as though you have a good head on your shoulders, which what I mean by that is you'll know if things are too much or if you're getting in over your head. But I don't see that for you. I see that you have a beautifully guided energy about you, and you do listen to your own heart and your spirit guides and angels. And I just so knowing this and knowing that this is going to be assisting you moving forward, I do still want to caution you to take your time and um, and not to rush into things, um, and to cultivate and to add, like that get rich quick scheme is not probably your best route, even though it may work for other people, but you like to work in a methodical way, in a way that you can control the influx and the optics of it. Um, but I do feel as though you're being guided. I do feel as though you trust your guidance, and I think that you just don't want to lose yourself, is what I'm feeling now. You don't want to lose yourself in doing this for so many other people, because sometimes, because you're empathic and you have this giving nature, sometimes you give away too much of yourself. So I think that may be the little struggle that you have. How do I maintain my sweet spot with my spirit guides and angels and my ability to connect on my own and give it out too? But I do feel as though you'll find your way. And I just, I don't want to caution you, but I just feel like they're saying, don't get too big too fast. Even though there's going to be ample opportunity for you, you'll need to go at your own pace, but don't not do it. Just do it in a way that you feel comfortable. So let me see. I do see that she's saying, yes, foundational, got to have good roots and branches and be authentic. Good. Well, I hope that was meaningful for you. Oh, geez. And she said she's bossy.
She said that when you were talking about how other people's view her, bossy popped up when you're saying that, and I was like, no, it's not that you're bossy. You're just, people look at you. You might see yourself as bossy, but other people look at you as a leader. And sometimes leaders have to move the pieces around, but it's not, you might think it's bossy because it's probably not comfortable. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I don't really want to be doing this. I want other people to chip in and help. And then it might come across as bossy to you, but other people, I don't think they see you that way.
She's a number one and a fire horse. Oh my goodness.
I'm a 1 too. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a 1 and a snake.
Well, you must really be feeling a lot of momentum and a lot of ideas. I feel as though this would be a good creative time for you. And make sure you write all of them down. They're all going to come to fruition, but it all doesn't have to happen this month. You know what I mean? Like take your time, cultivate it, make sure it's right for you, and then go out. You know what I mean? All right. All right. Very good. Very good. So Dr. Theus is next. Oops. Let me just see if I have this. Here she is. All right, Dr. Theus, thanks for joining us. You look beautiful. I love that image.
I was going to say that's gorgeous.
And these are spiritual path readings, just to remind everybody.
Yes, this is what I was shown. When I was shuffling, I just saw this image of you. It was like an image of you and you're walking, but it was almost like, when like someone like in the movies when someone's walking, but like they're like there's like the tracer of them just like beaming backwards along, and like you're just walking down a street with this beautiful smile on your face, just beaming sunlight, and then you're just leaving behind this glow, and it's touching all the people that are on the street you're coming in contact with. That's what they were showing me when I was shuffling. And then I got this fiery passion card, and this is the feeling that I got. It was just pure, but not like fire, but this was like pure sun rays beaming from you. So that's what I was getting while I was shuffling. And the cards that are coming through, they're just telling me that you have a pure connection. Like you already know where you're going. You already know what your next step is. Like you need little guidance because you're already there. And your next step is to literally walk down the street and beam sunshine at people because you've done the work. And I've never felt such confidence in a reading. Like this is just, it's giving me confidence, just like feeling the reading, that what they were showing me. So thank you for that. That was wonderful. But yeah, you're on the right path and you know what to do is what they're telling me.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Sarah. So, and she said, and it was a lot of work to get there. Yeah, no, it didn't. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you had to do a lot of work on yourself. But I do feel that on your spiritual path, Dr. Theus, what you can maybe consider is teaching, and not necessarily the conventional way of teaching, but just being an example. And I'm sure you already are to others, but and in a spiritual sense, in a in following how you did it and letting other people know that they can do it in their own way. And this is harking back to Red Dragon, I believe. It's harking back to one of the readings that we did before, that it's the one that danced to the beat of a different drummer. Oh, maybe it was S.R. Kitsch. So you'll be teaching by means of example or by means of authenticity, being who you are and sharing what you know, not necessarily being an expert and teaching somebody a skill, but just helping others get to where you are by showing them and teaching them. You may even write your own story, your own book, and this will help thousands of women to know that they can do it too. If you did it, they can do it. How you did it and what you felt and why you, and all the struggles that came up, and what the things that you held you back in certain spots. And I do feel as though you have a place of honor, you have a place of respect, and it needs to be. You have that. It's a power, and but it's also of responsibility. And I think that you realize that it's a responsibility to give back to the community and give back to your peers and or those who are looking for guidance. And it doesn't, like I said, the teaching doesn't have to be traditional or conventional teaching. It could be just sharing your own story. Um, I do feel a little bit of an indigenous kind of a vibe to you. I'm not sure if you like drumming or if you like meditating or if you have ancestral type of. I see the earth. I see a fire outside. I see dancing. Um, like really earthly and tribal kind of a feeling around you, in a sense that you're connected to Gaia, you're connected to the earth's energy. Um, and it's not instead of your spirit guides, it is part of your spirit. And I don't know, have you ever gone to Hawaii? I'm kind of feeling like a Hawaiian kind of a feeling around you. Or do you have memories of being on in Hawaii, or do you have like connections? Oh my gosh. Let me just confirm, both of you, your gifts are for the audience, you're spot on. And yes, okay, I don't know which one that was.
I think that
Oh,
was for Hawaii.
and she says, I help others and seem to have a block with remembering my dreams and hearing clearly for myself. Mm-hmm.
When I read that, I was told because Jane was talking about helping others. When you said you were helping others, don't forget to take time. Sometimes you help others and you kind of forget to nurture yourself, and that's kind of what I was given. So make sure to give yourself 30 minutes just for you, and ask your guides if they say, please let me remember my dreams, but in a nice calming way. Don't bombard me with with everything, but allow me to remember my dreams when I wake up. And you should start dreaming again, but just take that time. And when I say 30 minutes, I mean 30 minutes in silence. I'm not sure if you do Reiki, but that is really helpful, or any sort of meditation, and that'll help you. I think that'll help you with your dreams.
Beautiful. And Dr. Theus, you have a beautiful, bright future, and you have many more adventures yet to come. And you're like, how I've come so far, how could I even, and try not to compare the way how far you've come, but know that where you're being led is right for you, and to trust it and to enjoy it, because it's almost like you've paid your dues, and now is your time to soar, to enjoy, to flourish. Yeah. I am led on the path to connect with a Hawaiian divine masculine. Wow. Yeah, I
That's
do feel
beautiful.
that for you. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But lots
That's
of,
beautiful.
mm-hmm. And walk with your angels, call them in daily, and listen to those little nudges, like what color top I should wear, or if you should have oatmeal or eggs for breakfast. If you feel these little nudges, try and follow the little ones. And I feel like you do this already, but sometimes you hesitate. And then I think because you hesitate and you go out and you're like, oh, I should have done that. I had the choice. And I remember that was like posed to me. And they say, just listen a little bit more, or take action on those little decisions that come up. And it's not that they're earth shattering. It's not that they're, life changing. It's just they want you to listen to those little nuances, because you have a very strong vision, and you say, this is where I want to go, and you can get yourself there. But your spirit guides want you to go this way so you can do this, and this way so you can enjoy that, and then get there. And so they want you to enjoy the journey, enjoy the magic that they have whispering in your ear. But good for you, Dr. Theus. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sarah. I think that's going to do it for today. What do you say, Sarah?
Yeah, this was awesome. This was a lot of fun.
Yep. Thank you so very much, Jean and
You're
Sarah.
very
You're both
welcome.
really gifted. Thank you very much. Thank you. This was a pilot program for Sarah and I don't know if we're going to do the spiritual path readings, but my goodness, what amazing information came through
Yes.
for everybody. So, and I really enjoyed everybody being here. Thank you also for coming. Healing Readings by Donna Marie. Thank you, Donna Marie. And Butterfly Readings, Linda is here. And Whispers from Heaven with Jenny. I love that. And thank you, Celtic Thistle, even though it's a little tongue teaser. And Lois Hager is here. Jill Sinanan is here. For the Love of the Moon. I love that. So cute. And Milk for a Snack. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
It was really a beautiful gathering. And I think that all of us together with our energies combined enabled a lot of these messages to come through in the way that they needed to.
I think Milk said it looked like I received some delightful news midstream. It was probably my son coming home. He always brightens me up. He came home from school. He always makes me smile, if that's what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to say hi to, what's going up there? Johanna is here and Dragonfly 5555. It's like that song. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And Foxy Mama was here. Foxy Mama, thank you all for coming here. I saw a couple of you from Facebook as well. Thank you for jumping over.
I've never seen that before. I was thinking, I was like, if you stream on different platforms, can you be in the same chat? I wasn't sure how that worked, and now I know.
Mm-hmm. But just for everybody who was on Facebook to know, to understand, we were doing the StreamYard giveaway tool, and you need to be here on YouTube in order to be enter for a chance for a reading. And we were doing #spirit, and we were doing the giveaway tool. So that's just in case anybody's watching later on Facebook. But thank you all for coming. It was really nice meeting all of you. Thank you, Sarah. What an amazing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. But thank you to all of the moderators for all of your hard work and all of the members for being here and all of your support. Thank you, Sarah. You've really inspired and ignited something new in me. I really enjoyed spending time together.
Yeah, this was wonderful.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.